Hello students, how are you all? I hope you all are fine and healthy. So today again we are here for learning science. In science we learn about different type of food, different type of animals and many other things. We also learn about different safety rules which we have to follow at our home, at school and many places. So we learn about weather which is changes every day. We learn many things in science and we learn about sun, moon and stars also. So let's start our today's lecture. As you know, I am your science teacher Mubasiramis from Mahdi school, right? So today we continue revision of lesson number 9. The name of this lesson is Housing and Clothing. So in this lesson we learn about everything in science. We learn about house, we learn about clothes and we learn about many other things and different things like we wear different types of clothes on different day. So let's start our today's lecture, right, with one beautiful line. So today we revise this lesson with fair book exercise. So let's start our today's lecture. One beautiful line. The line is, if you study to remember, you will forget. But if you study to understood, you will remember. What is the meaning of this line? That if you study for remember things, like when you start learning science, so at that time if you study for learning hard words or question answer or many other things, right, so it is forget in next year, right? But when you study for understanding, like we learn about the uses of the air, so we only study for remember that we are using air in filling balls and balloons and we are breathing with air, right? So if you learn only, if you remember only, then you forget in next year. But if you understand that we need air to breathe in, we need air to feel the things, so then you can understand that the thought. So study for understand, not for remember. If you quietly understand the things, then you can remember these things many years, right? So with this beautiful line, let's start our today's lecture. So this lesson number 9, is about house. We learn about house as well as we also learn about clothes. So we learn about house and clothes, that we need house to live in, when we need clothes to cover our bodies. We learn that both things, house and clothes, protect us from heat, cold, rain and wind. When you are in house, you protected by heat, rain, cold and wind. And when you are going out of your house, so you are wearing clothes to cover your body. So we wear different type of clothes in different days. Like in hot summer we are wearing cotton clothes. In winter we are wearing woolen clothes. In rainy season we are wearing raincoat to protect our body. So these both things are similar for us. We need house to live in when we need clothes to cover our body. Then we learn about woolen clothes, which we made from wool, and this wool we get from sheep. Then we learn about cotton clothes also, that we get cotton from cotton plant and we make cotton clothes from cotton, right? So we see the big farms of the cotton and we see the people who are taking out hair of the sheep to making wool, and this wool we use to make different woolen clothes like sweaters, caps, woolen socks and many other things. So this lesson is about housing and clothing. And one more thing we learn in this lesson is about house. That house has many rooms and each and every room has different uses. So when we learn about living room, we learn that living room we used to staying whole day, like we are calling it hall also, right? So hall are the thing which is living room, right? So living room is for the person who are coming out of the house, like guests are coming in your house, so they are staying there, they are not going in kitchen or not going in bedroom, right? So that's why we learn about living room, we learn about dining room, we learn about kitchen in which we are cooking food. When we learn about dining room, so what is meaning of dining room? That we are eating food in dining room. So we cook food in kitchen and we eat food in dining room. We learn about bedroom. So what is use of bedroom? So bedroom we use to take rest and we also use for sleeping bedroom. So sometimes we study in bedroom also, because not every house has study room. Like study room you can see that we study in this room, right? So you can understand that the thing which is the very good thing, that we use this room for study, for doing homework. If you have elder brother and sister, so you all are study together in this room. So it means the study room is peaceful room, right? So in many houses there is study room in which lots of books are there and they are study there, or sometimes people used to read it also, right? So this we learn in this lesson about clothes and house, that clothes and house protect us from different things like heat, wind, cold and rain. Then we learn about different uses of the room, different rooms of the house. Then we learn about wool, we learn about cotton, which we get from cotton plant, and when we get wool from the sheep. So all these things we learn in this lesson. So we revise all these things, and before we start today's topic, first we revise that what we learn in previous lecture. So let's see what we write in previous lecture. So lesson number 9, we write in previous lecture true or false. Here you can see the true or false, and you can see the boy and girl. So what we do in this? In this we have to write the sentence is true or false, right? So let's write true or false number 1. We already done this in previous lecture, so we just revise it. Number 1, we get wool from sheep. So when we learn about wool, we see the picture of sheep and you can see here the wool also. So why we put here the picture of sheep? Because sheep, the hair of the sheep we use to make wool, right? So we get wool from sheep. Here you can see the picture of wool and you can see the picture of sheep also. So we get wool from the sheep. You can understand easily, and you can see that animals are very helpful to us, right? So we use meat of animals, milk of animals, and some animals are helping us that way also, right? So here the sentence is we get wool from sheep. Yes or no? We get wool from sheep. True or false? If the sentence is right, so what we write here? We write here true. Why? Because the sentence is right. We get wool from the sheep. Then number 2, we wear shoes to protect our feet. So in previous lecture we learned that different body parts having different things, right? So like these legs have feet. So where is feet? Here you can see the picture of one boy who is wearing shoes. So why we wear shoes? We wear shoes to protect our feet. As I give you the example in previous lecture also, that if there is heat in atmosphere, if there is hot sun, mostly in afternoon, if you are going on terrace and because of the sunlight the terrace is heated, right? So you cannot walk in terrace without shoes. Why? Because the sunlight heated the floor of the terrace and it is very heated. You cannot go there without shoes, right? So that's why we need to wear shoes to protect our feet, not only from heat of the sun, but on the road so many things. There is a broken glasses, stones, sometimes the road is wet and because of that your feet become dirty, right? So we wear shoes to protect our feet, and it is true because we need to wear shoes to protect our feet. Many people are not wearing shoes and many children are going out of the house to play. So it is on you that you wear shoes to protect your feet. Number 3, house keep us safe from sun only. So when we learn about house and clothes, we learn that house and clothes are protect us from different things. And which things are? Here you can see that house protect us from cold, from heat, from rain and from wind. Here you can see the 4 pictures also. We also learn that house protect us from enemies and animals also, right? So here the sentence is house keep us safe from sun only. So is that right or wrong? House keep us safe from sun only, true or false? False. Why? Because house keep us safe from cold also, rain also and wind also. So this sentence is wrong. So house keep us safe from sun only is wrong. So that's why I write here false. Now let's move on to 4th number. We cook food in bedroom. So when we learn about different rooms of the house, we learn that in different rooms we are doing different activities. So we use kitchen to cook food. It means the sentence is wrong. Why? Because we take rest in bedroom, we take sleep in bedroom, right? We cook food in kitchen because the all things which we need to cooking food are in the kitchen, right? So here we cook food in bedroom. Is true or false? It is false. We cook food in bedroom. It is false because we are cooking food in kitchen when we are using bedroom to take rest and sleep. So here the sentence is wrong. Then next, which we done in previous lecture, is match the following. So what we do in this? We join part A with part B. Match the following, right? So let's see what we learn in previous lecture. So here you can see number 1, protect our feet. We cook food here. House, woolen clothes. In part 2, kitchen, shoes, cold days and live in. So we have to choose that which is related to part 1. So number 1, protect our feet. So which thing protect our feet? Shoes, kitchen, cold days or live in. So what we do? We join protect our feet with shoes. As we learn in this lesson that we shoes used to protect our feet. So shoes protect our feet from glasses, broken glasses, from heat of the sun, from cold also and from wet road also. So we need to wear shoes when we are going out of the house. And number 2, we cook food here. So where we cook food, in kitchen or bedroom or study room and many other rooms, right, in our house. So where we cook food, is that cold days is the answer or live in? No. So we cook food in the kitchen. So we joined kitchen with cook food here, right? So you can easily understand where we cook food. And number 3, house. So house, why we need house? We need house to live in. And woolen clothes we wear in cold days. So we quickly revise that. Why? Because we already write this in previous lecture. So here you can see 1, protect our feet. So we wear shoes. We cook food in kitchen. House we need to live in. When woolen clothes we wear in cold days. So here we revise what we learned in previous lecture, right? So let's see our next exercise. Our next exercise is give 2 examples. Now, what we do in this exercise, we have to write that what we learn in this lesson, right? So we have to write 2 names for each. So let's start our give 2 examples. So we have to write 2 names for each one. Number 1, rooms of the house. So in this lesson, when we learn about house, that house protect us from different type of atmosphere. So when we learn this, we also learn that how some houses are big, some houses are small, and many rooms in the house. And some houses are also with 1 room only. But mostly the house has 2-3 rooms also, right? So different rooms of the house having different uses. So like that, when we learn about rooms of the house, so we learn that drawing room, kitchen, bedroom, dining room, hall, study room, garden. Sometimes the garden is included into the house. You can see the terrace also. So these all are the rooms of the house, right? So we have to write here 2 rooms of the house. Any 2 you can write here. You can write here bedroom also. You can write here kitchen also. And we also learn in this lesson about different uses of the room. That we cook food in kitchen. We take rest in bedroom. We use washroom for clean ourselves. We use dining room for eating food, right? So here you can see that 2 rooms of the house, right? So 1 room you can see here is the bedroom, and 2nd room you can see here is the kitchen. So I write here 2 names of the room, which are the bedroom and kitchen. As I told you that you can write any rooms of the house. It is depend on you. You can write here bathroom also. You can write here dining room also, living room also, study room also. Because it is depend on you. If in your house you have only living room and bedroom and kitchen, so you can write here. If in your house only kitchen and bedroom, so you can write here. So I write here bedroom. So I write here the spelling of bedroom also. And you can see the second one is kitchen. So in bedroom we sleep and take rest. When we learn about kitchen, that kitchen we use to cook food. And mostly in bedroom you can see the bed and night lamp and mirror and dressing table. When you see the kitchen, so different things you can see in the kitchen, like fridge, stove and oven and many things. So it is not compulsory that all these things are in kitchen, but mostly these things are you can found in kitchen. So I write here bedroom and kitchen. You can write any two rooms of the house. But remember, you have to write the rooms of the house, not part of the house. Right? So here you can see rooms of the house, bedroom and kitchen. Then types of clothes. So when we learn about house in this lesson, with this we also learn about clothes. Different types of clothes which we wear in different day. So in this lesson we learn about different type of clothes, right? Like we learn about different clothes which we wear in different season. If the day is hot, we wear different clothes like cotton. If the day is cold, we wear woolen clothes which we made from the wool, right? So in this lesson we also learn about raincoat. So it is again the different type of cloth which we wear. So here what is the question? We have to write here two names of the clothes, two types of the clothes. So remember that we have to write here two types of the cloth, not name the cloth, right? So in this lesson we learn about three types of the cloth: cotton clothes, woolen clothes and raincoat. So these are the three types of the cloth which we learn in this lesson. When the raincoat is made up of different material, woolen clothes is made up of wool. When the cotton clothes is made up of cotton, right, which we get from cotton plant. So I write here two type of clothes. So first picture you can see here. In this picture you can see here coats, woolen clothes, woolen cap. You can see here mufflers, socks and cap. When you see the second picture, you can see the thin clothes. It means it is made up of cotton. So we have to write here two types of clothes. So let's write the spelling. So first is the woolen clothes. So I write here woolen, WOOLLAN, right? And the second one is cotton. You can write here raincoat also, but when you write this answer, remember that you have to write here types of the cloth, not name of the clothes like t-shirt or pants or frocks or anything. No, you have to write here the types of the clothes. If it is cotton, if it is woolen, if it is raincoat, whatever you are writing here, right? So types of the clothes, I write here two names, woolen and cotton. So you can easily understand different types of clothes also and how we are using this cloth also, right? So let's see our next question. So our next question is question answer. So in this we write the answer of the question, right? So we already revised this lesson 2 times and now we revise this lesson with fair book exercise which you already written in fair book. So now you can write in rough book or for practice you can write it also, right? So let's see our first question answer. Number 1. Which animal give us wool? So what is the meaning of wool? So we learn in this lesson about different type of clothes which we wear in different season, right? So in cold days we are wearing woolen clothes. So now the question is from where we get wool, because we all know that sweaters and caps and mufflers and socks which is made up of wool. So this wool we get from which thing? Let's see. Which animal you can see here? White color animal. We also use the meat of this animal which we learn in lesson number 8. This animal also give us milk. And which animal it is? The hair of this animal you can see. Which is animal? It is sheep. So when we learn about wool, we learn that we get wool. We made wool from the hair of the sheep. So here the question is, which animal give us wool. So what is the answer? The answer is sheep give us wool. So which, on the place of which you write sheep and whole question as it is. Let's write which animal give us wool. So the answer is sheep give us wool. And you can see here on the place of which I write here sheep. So you can easily understand that which animal give us wool. As we learn in this lesson, first we take out the hair of the sheep, then we process it, and from this we are making big woolen threads and we also color it. Then right now there are machines for making sweater, but in further times, in old times, our grandmother and grandparents are making sweaters from this wool, right? So you can understand easily that which animal give us wool. So sheep give us wool. There are many animals, they are useful to us, like camel give us, skin of the camel give us leather, and many animals skin we use to make leather, and this leather we use to make shoes also, purse also, wallet also, right? Many things we are making from this leather. So like that sheep give us wool, and this wool we use to make different type of things, tablecloths and different type of clothes, and you can see the cover of the different things like sofa, cupboard we made from the wool, right? So here which animal give us wool? So answer is here sheep give us wool. Number 2, protect us from heat, rain, cold and wind. So in this we have to write the thing which we use to protect ourselves from heat, rain, cold and wind. So the name of this lesson is housing and clothing. Now when we learn about house, we learn that we need house to live in, right? So when we learn about house, we also learn that house protect us from heat, rain, cold and wind. And what is the meaning of this? That house protect us from sun, from cold, from water, which we get from rain, and from wind also, right? So here you can see the picture of the thing which protect us from heat, cold, rain and wind. And which thing you can see here? It is house. So the home protect us from heat, cold, rain and wind. So what is the answer? The answer is house protect us from heat, rain, cold and wind. So you can see here the question, what protect us from heat, rain, cold and wind, and you can see on the place of what I write here the answer. The answer is a house, and the answer you can see that a house, then the whole question as it is, that protect us from heat, rain, cold and wind. So what is the answer? A house protect us from heat, rain, cold and wind. So what protect us from heat, rain, cold and wind? So the answer is a house protect us from all these things, and we need house to live in. So you can see here the answer with the question, right? So what we learn today? Today we learn about the house and clothes. First we revise housing and clothing, lesson number 9, that which things are protect us from different atmosphere. Then we revise the true or false and match the following, which we write in previous lecture. And now we today write the question answer and give 2 names. I hope you all understand what we learn, and I hope you all enjoy this lecture. So take care of yourself and stay healthy.